Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Today I'm so excited to share with you my loaded baked potato salad. I had this, maybe a year ago. It was a side at one of our local barbecue joints, and I'm like, I think I can make this at home. So I did a little research. There's a few variations of how it's made, but I'm going to share it with you today. It's the last weekend of technical summer here because it's Labor Day weekend. And I wanted to make this potato salad. So I'm going to be cooking like crazy today. We'll see what videos I do separate, what I do together. We'll see how it turns out. I've got a lot on my plate today, but I definitely wanted to, since the last shindig of summer really for us and the whole country, right? And I don't know where maybe you're not watching from America, but anyway, I think you got to try this potato salad. It's so yummy. So anyway, what I did is I pre-cooked some bacon, and I cooked that in the oven for about, I don't know, 25 minutes, and I got it good and crispy. So this isn't all for the potato salad. This would, if I was making I'm making a smaller portion, but I also am making another recipe today. We are having a covered dish tomorrow at church, and it is going to be a brunch type of covered dish. So I'm making like a everything bagel casserole type of thing. So I need some bacon for that. And you always need a slice or two for yourself and the hubby, right? So anyway, so I drained, let me just show you. I drained all that fat off before I put it on the plate. And then we'll put it on this plate, let the paper towels soak up some extra oil on there. And we will set that aside while we do the other parts. You're going to need some, let me get my potato here for you. These are russet baking potatoes, and you're going to need some shredded cheddar cheese, green onions, mayo, sour cream, a little bit of red onion, or you can use yellow onion. It really doesn't matter on that. And and we're going to put the bacon in. So anyway, this video will develop. But give me a moment. I just want to show you me scrubbing the potatoes. I double scrub these, or I just take a long time to scrub them because I bake these in the oven, and then that's going to give you the really flavor you're looking for on a loaded, you think about, you have a loaded baked potato with the sour cream and the cheese and the green onion and the bacon. But this, when you keep the skins on, it just gives you that nice flavor and texture, and it really brings you back to thinking you're having a loaded baked potato. But it's in salad form. So anyways, I'm going to pause. You're going to have a slight pause, and we'll go forward. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and scrub those potatoes really good. I'm using um, all around similar the same size, so they kind of bake evenly. I'm gonna cook it in a 350 oven, and I'm doing a little hot and cold here. You can tell my vegetable brush has seen better days. But I'm gonna give that a good scrub. And I kind of go over it, I overlap the sections. Hopefully you can hear me with the water running. But you just want to make sure you scrub these good because you are eating the skin, because that's part of uh, the flavor there with the loaded baked potato salad. And then afterwards I'm going to pat these dry, get them thoroughly dried. I'll let them dry out a little bit. And might coat it with a little olive oil and salt. Of course, you're going to poke them, pierce the skin in different places. Get those tops. Probably if I use four potatoes, it'll probably easily give me 6 servings. Remember this, I'm making this for a side dish for a picnic. So there's going to be a lot of food there, and not everybody is. And we're having a small gathering, so I knew I didn't. But I'm going to go ahead and do one more. But see the difference? You can see how much better that looks. So you definitely want to clean it. Because you don't know what this potato has been through and the travel. So yeah, so you're just going to give it a good scrubbing like that. And this one, the skin is coming off a little because I've scrubbed so hard. But anyway, so I'm gonna cut these up. I'm gonna finish this, and then we'll go to cutting up the onions and getting everything prepped for the salad. All right, here, I'm ready now to go ahead and coat these with oil. I let these dry. I'm right now just taking out some little dark spots. I let these dry for a good hour. I like to let them dry a little bit before I bake them. I feel like it makes it a little crispier. It's just a personal preference. I don't know. I've seen different recipes out there that they don't mention anything like that. But then I've seen different recipes on making the perfect baked potato, and it says let them dry thoroughly. So that's what I do. And I'm going to take some avocado oil. It has a high smoke rate. I've used extra virgin olive oil and had no problems before, but today, and I have used this before, so I'm going to use this today. And so I'm just going to just put a little bit in my hands, and then I'm going to rub each potato. And what I should have done was poke these first, because now they're going to be slippery. But it's the magic of videotaping, and I'm not going to reshoot this scene. So anyway, got me good in oil. Let me wash my hands. And after this, we're going to cover them with salt, but I want to poke them first. So I got a paring knife, and you want to give it a good several little pokes on each side. And I think I told you earlier the wrong temperature. You're going to bake these, I don't know if I said 350, but you're really going to bake these at 400. I've already had my oven good and preheated. It should take about 45 minutes to 60 minutes. Probably leaning toward to 60, I think, because these are pretty good sized potatoes. Like I said, we're going to bake them, and then we're going to let them cool before we cut them up and use them for our potato salad. Sometimes I like the potatoes ever so slightly warm when you put the sour cream mayonnaise mixture, because I feel like that flavor just soaks in a little bit. So now I'm going to take some kosher salt. Just rub that all over. Nothing fancy, but it's going to taste delicious. You just got to be careful how much salt you use, but there we go. I'm going to wash my hands again because they're all slippery from the olive oil. All right, I'm going to place those in the oven, and it'll be another hour before we get to make up the salad. So see you in a little bit. All right. right, friends, let's put together this loaded baked potato salad. Now, I've had my potatoes sitting out close to an hour to bake them. And what I'm going to do is do the mixture for it, and then we'll cut that up. And I'm just going to put it in this plain old bowl, and then, because I don't have much space in my fridge, so it doesn't have to be in a fancy bowl. And then tomorrow I'll just transfer it into something nice. So when I go to my picnic, the presentation is part of it. So I'm going to take 1 cup of mayonnaise. I don't recommend the salad dressing. That I don't think would work for this recipe. You definitely want to use mayonnaise. You can try it if you like that. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It doesn't seem like it would turn out that great. So now I'm going to use a cup of sour cream. I can get open this lid because my hands are got mayonnaise on it. There we go. Let's get a spoon. Got one. Well, I might use a spoon. Let me know if you love baked potatoes in the comments. I'm like, who doesn't like baked potatoes? Not cooked, when I was an early cook, I didn't know any better. Sometimes I would cook the baked potatoes in the microwave, and it works, but they're not that flavorful. Just for a little bit of extra time. I mean, because we don't eat baked potatoes a lot, but when we do have them, I want them to taste good. So we're just gonna add that sour cream, and this recipe is, like I said, so quick and easy, and it has amazing. It tastes amazing. All right, let me wash my hands because really you don't need much of anything. So I did already pre-chop some onions. You don't need much onion. I did a whole onion chopped up in my food processor because I have some other recipes today. So I'm just going to take like a teaspoon of onion, and we have a lot of salt on the potatoes, and we're going to be putting bacon in here, so I'm not going to add any other salt, but I will add a little bit of black pepper, freshly cracked black peppercorns. And let's see, what do I want to put in there? Oh, we got to put the green onion. Where did I put those? Here they are. We'll chop some of those in there. That was a quick chop. Throw this aside. Let me know in the comments if you tried this. And we're going to put some cheddar cheese in here, bacon. This might be my 3rd time I made this year. I'm not exactly sure. I know I've made it at least once, but I think I made it twice. I made some for work and I covered in like a little potluck at work. I used about 3 small green onions there. You could put more if you like a lot, but I think that might be enough. And then we're going to take about 1.5 cups of pre-shredded cheddar cheese. Now you can certainly shred it yourself, but I'm making a couple recipes today, and like I said, I just want to do something quicker and easier. So I use this pre-shredded Kraft triple cheddar. Making a mess. And that's actually, I use the rest of that bag. It's almost like 1 3/4, and we'll just use that. we'll use that whole thing. No sense to save that little bit. Throw my wrapper away. Let me know how in the comments what's your favorite style of potato salad. For years, I pretty much love my mom's potato salad. So, oh, we gotta cut up the bacon. Yeah, my mom, I always thought she made them. Now, I made a whole lot of bacon earlier. We showed you we're not going to use that. We're probably going to use about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could use up to 7. We'll see this. Oh, I don't want a ton. But anyway, my mom makes delicious potato salad. And she always, while the potatoes, after she boiled them, she would, after they cool just a little bit, while they're still warm, she always poured a little apple cider vinegar, like maybe a teaspoon, on top, and let that soak in. And then she would proceed later, once the potatoes cool down, to make her potato salad. And she always did kind of the egg recipe where she would hard boil the eggs. She would hard boil them right in the pasta water when she was doing that. And these little rough chop. I mean, you want this like kind of like bacon bit texture, because you don't want a big, huge piece of bacon you're chewing on. Chop that up. Anyway, mom always did it with the egg mixture, and I kind of grew, accustomed to that. I think we all are like that, right? Our moms, our grandmas, because you make things a certain way, and we're like, oh, that's the way it should be, right? We've just grown accustomed to that taste. I mean, and there's some people that they're just not having that. Like my husband, he hates mayonnaise. He will not eat anything with mayonnaise. He does not like the texture. He does not like the taste. He doesn't like mustard. He doesn't like vinegar. So, you know what that does? Sums out your choices at summer picnics. At least nowadays, people are getting a lot more versatile with their side dishes at summer picnics. I'm bringing this loaded baked potato salad, and I am going to make a homemade macaroni and cheese. So there we go. Let's dump that in there. How easy is this? Yeah, so he can have macaroni and cheese. Those that don't like mayo, there's a couple in the crowd that don't like salads. So I'll give that a good stir. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. And just stirring it enough to get that good and incorporated, so you don't, just get one little glob of sour cream anywhere. I want that nice and evenly distributed. And now we'll just go to cutting up our potatoes. So I just slice them down there, down the middle, lengthwise, and then again, lengthwise, cut it down the middle. Now you don't want the pieces so small that when you put it in your salad it crumbles, but you don't want them so big that, it's like this huge bite of potatoes. So I think I'm doing like, oh, these are going to end up being smaller, which I broke my rule already, but maybe I'll save that for me. So it's like maybe a little, I don't know, like definitely less than an inch, a little more than a half. So we're gonna, and these are like slightly warm. And that's okay, because it's going to go right in the fridge. You don't want to right hot, right hot out of the oven. Ooh, That one's a little more mushier. And I cut out that hole earlier, and I don't like the way that looks, so I'll put that to the side. I wonder who will get to eat that. Yeah, so you don't want these piping hot, and then throwing it in the mayonnaise. But a little warm is good. It'll give it good flavor. Not like that piece is probably too big. Definitely want to refrigerate this overnight so the flavors will really get incorporated, or as they say, the flavors will marry. So let me ask a question. As we're making potato salad. We're talking about potato salad. Do you make potato salad throughout the year, or do you just pretty much just have it in the summer? Like to know. I pretty much only have it in the summer, but every once in a while, especially right after Christmas, I don't know. Once I take the tree down at Christmas time, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for summer. So sometimes I will make potato salad or macaroni salad because it's like I really want to be in the summer mode or warm weather mode. It's like, yeah, I've had my winter. Now I'm ready for it to be warm. I don't want to go through a cold winter. Now, when we lived in New York, it was cold. Oh my gosh, really, right through till May. I like not. It wouldn't be bitter cold in May, but it was pretty cold still. And we lived in Texas. That's a whole nother story. You couldn't go get your Christmas tree. And I remember the first year we lived in Texas, and it was our first winter, first Christmas, and we went and got our Christmas tree. I think my husband had shorts on. That was how warm it was. I gotta admit, Texas in the winter is delightful. You get so many warm days. You do get cold days. We lived in DFW, and yeah, you certainly do get some cold days, but majority of it is pretty nice. Now we live in Washington State, and it's pretty much mild winters. It's not, it's not mild as Texas, but so now I'm just taking it. I'm being kind of gentle. You want to be gentle with it because you don't want to pulverize your potatoes and have mashed potato salad. Kind of gently just flipping it over, making a mess. Definitely will clean this up before I put it in the fridge. I don't know. I might have to taste this now. And it might have needed maybe 2 more. I think this could use 2 more pieces of bacon. I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a little taste. It's not the same when you let it sit. That's good. Oh my god. I'm hungry. I didn't eat lunch today. And this is so good. Oh, perfect. It doesn't need more bacon, I don't think. So there you go. There's loaded baked potato. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Oh, got some over here. And I really hope you try it and let me know if you love it. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and we will have it tomorrow. So I will see you next time. And I'll have some other more videos from today. Some things I'm making for my picnic. But thanks for joining me today. Please hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and please hit the like button if you're watching on other platforms. I loved just sharing this recipe with you today. Have a great weekend.